Today you're going to be taking a look at the Lippert Components Kwikee 36 Series Single Electric Step. Stepping up into your RV can be a bit of a challenge, especially if the steps aren't working. But that's where our replacement steps are going to come into play. With our step installed, when we open the door, it's going to automatically come out, allowing us to step in easier getting in our RV. But at the same time, when we close the door, they're going to automatically retract, making sure they're not going to catch on anything when we're driving down the road. Now from the top where it's mounted behind this panel, our step is going to drop down a total of 5 inches. In our application, the step we're using is going to be 24 inches wide by 10 3/4 inches deep. There is another step available that's going to be 30 inches wide. Just see our website for your specific application. And it's going to be made of a nice solid steel construction and have a nice black powder coat finish for long-lasting durability. The hidden amber light underneath our step is going to make it a lot easier for us to find that step in low light situations and have confidence when we're getting in or out of our RV. The included motor on our step is going to have a solid steel drive rod as well as stainless steel bushings for extended life of the motor. Our steps come with a door switch, allowing it to know when to open up and when to close. Now our step is also going to come with a rocker switch in case you choose to manually turn it on and off and not use that door switch. So now that we've seen our steps and gone over some of the features, we do realize that every RV is going to be slightly different, but we'll go ahead and give you a brief overview of how to get them in place. To begin our installation, you're going to need to remove your steps and disconnect all the electrical components that are on the steps themselves. So I got a new step here, and we're going to have our pigtail that we're going to wire into our motorhome, and then the pigtail that's coming off the step, as well as the ground wire. So to get our step extended to make it a little bit easier to work with, I'm going to go ahead and plug in our pigtail. And then I have a jump box here which is going to provide me my power and ground. So I'm going to take the green wire with the ring terminal on it, I'm going to hook it to ground, then I'm going to take my red wire, hook it to power, and then now we're going to take our jump box and turn it on, and that should extend the step out to make it a little bit easier to get access to our mounting holes. It's a good idea to have something underneath the step to support it. I'm using a floor jack to help me get the new step in place. It takes a little bit of patience to get everything lined up because it is rather hard to see, but once we get the holes lined up, we're just going to put our hardware in hand tight so that the step will support itself, and then we can come back and tighten it all down. And typically you're going to have 4 bolts, 1 on each corner, holding your step in place. There may be more, but you just want to make sure that you replace them all and get them all nice and tight. Now these are the wires that we cut, and as you can see they had some butt connectors on them, and that's because it was hardwired into the motor. Now we're going to use the other end of the pigtail and then just connect our wires here so we can have a quick disconnect, and if any issues arise we can disconnect it. It'll be a little bit easier rather than cutting and splicing every time. So we'll go ahead and cut back these butt connectors and strip the wires and start attaching everything color for color. I'm going to take a heat shrink butt connector, and now these don't come with our kit, but if you need some you can pick some up on our website. Then we can take the other end of our pigtail. We'll find the brown wire. Now it's already pre-stripped, so we can just put it into the other end of our butt connector and crimp it in place. Now we're going to do that for each one of our wires, and we're going to connect them color for color. We should have a white, a yellow, and a red left on the motorhome end as well as the pigtail end. I'm going to be using a heat gun to shrink down the connectors. Now I just want to mention, if you are using an open flame, you want to be extra careful not to burn the wires or the connectors themselves. Now this is where our ground from our previous step was installed. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that bolt. Take our new ground wire, slide the bolt and washer around it, then line up the hole and reinstall that bolt. With the jack out of the way, we can go ahead and shut our door. we can go ahead and go back underneath and start cleaning up all those wires. And that'll finish up your look at the Lippert Components Kwikee 36 Series Single Electric Step.
Thanks for watching. Click the link in our description below to shop, learn more, or visit us at eTrailer.com. And leave us a comment if you have any questions.